What's up guys, Barry Gaming here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today we gotta see how this hero performs in PvP. Now, we're gonna try to go up against some meta teams, and when I say meta, they're not gonna be like the DNL teams and stuff like that. Our account's just not strong enough to go up against those Megalodon accounts. But what I really want to see is how efficient this healer is, as well as testing out to see what their Supreme plus Enhanced Force really works like. Because it says whenever an enemy steps into an Everbloom field, they instantly take 120% damage and are stunned for 3 seconds. This effect can be triggered once for each enemy every 12 seconds. Now, the one downside I feel like of this hero is for PvP is a lot of times we're running Damian. Damian, number one, provides haste to his team. Number two, he can't actually die. It's just his little chariot that he summons that is the one that dies, and it pumps out a ton of healing. So we're going to try a couple different things, because there's one team I have right now that I absolutely love, and we're going to try to go up against people that are similar power level in the same rankings as us. But this is the team that I've been enjoying doing, having Sacrlita, Thoran as our main damage dealer, running the enlightening spell so she can't be crowd controlled, and then having both a combination of Thoran and Almas. So we are having a 4-hero aura, which is nice. The advantage here is even if I swap him or him, we are still going to have a 4-hero bonus because we have Thoran in this team. So we are going up against an enemy Sacrlita, so I would say this is a pretty meta team overall. Sacrlita, Thoran, sometimes they run Granny instead. Aaron, we got Arden. This is very typical. Sometimes you'll see instead of the Sacrlita a Haywin, but I feel like this is pretty standard. So first and foremost, let's see what happens if we do slot in Ludovic. So I don't know how this is going to go. Honestly, you know, I actually don't mind putting him like way over here. You know, we could try to manipulate this just a little bit and try to keep it from pulling him into this fight with the Aaron. I kind of like that idea. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to slow this combat down a bit just so we can see a little bit more what's going on. So immediately he summons his healing under his feet, which is a huge negative, but then he's over here and he provides tons of healing output here while also potentially stunning, but I don't know where and when the stun actually happens. I feel like I've never seen the stun happen yet. He is getting single targeted down, which is a big bad no-no. I don't know if I actually saw it happen. So like, really difficult to say. Oh man, our Sacrlita got yeeted off the battlefield first. I like having Almas, but I almost feel like having the Damian and dropping the Almas would be the better play here. Really hard to say. I don't know what I want to try to do. Overall, let's check out and see what the healing looked like, because of course they have a Damian on the other side. He's still out healed by a significant amount. Interesting. That is interesting. Don't want to fight my guildies if possible. Come on, don't make me refresh into something lower. I guess we can go up against Mint, something along this line. It's pretty much the more healing oriented one with the Haywin. What I want to do though, I think what I want to do, I actually don't like I'd rather have him get pulled in together. I think putting him here, taking out the Almas, and then leaving the Damian for this type of squad, I kind of like how this plays out. I kind of like this because then we're going to have double stacked healing right here. Let's see how that plays out. Because again, we're immediately going to have that little bloom right under our feet. Oh, you can see right there, the stun happens. So the second they run into this grassy field, it does go off. However, I don't know if it goes off if he places it under someone's feet or if they have to enter the field. And you know what I'm talking about, like how that's kind of working out here. He does get some damage reduction from the Thoran too. We're taking a lot of damage, but double healing right here is pretty good. And with our Thoran, it keeps her using her ultimate for a much longer period of time, and the fact that the enemy doesn't have a Sacrlita means our Thoran is essentially free to do whatever she wants for pretty much the whole battle. Now that was a huge nuke, but remember, we have Thoran revives, we have Sacrlita revives, we have Thoran revives, and we also have that one revive potentially on Sacrlita, although I don't know if I like that on the Sacrlita at this point. I actually wonder if I should just drop the Sacrlita and run an Almas too, because that kind of sounds fun. So you can see we're providing a crazy amount of healing. The problem is we're not keeping our Talene up long enough and not getting CC'd enough to deal enough damage to take out the healer Haywin back here. That's the big issue we're running into because our Sacrlita went down so early. We still got 40 seconds, so we might be able to get a good burst right here because Arden doesn't have an ultimate. Oh, we got twined again. The twines are killing us, literally. But this healing output is kind of insane. Like, they're having trouble killing kind of anything on our team. Let's see if Haywin goes down right here. Yes, she does. And yeah, eventually we just burn through that. And that's why Sacrlita is so important in this Talene meta. If you don't have her, yeah, this is gonna be pretty nuts. This is honestly really good. And the fact that he's linked to the Thoran to give him more survivability, I really like as well. This should be a good matchup, hopefully. This is, again, going back to the Sacrlita style team. So, I actually want to bring everybody back over, I think. Maybe something more like this. And honestly, I still kind of want to use the Almas. I really actually want to do something like this. I want to put the Almas back in the front row. Maybe not linking Almas up here. Maybe doing this. That I kind of like right there. Because this way, Almas is also going to be getting the revive. Which is just kind of cool. Let's see how this works out. Again, this is a bone stock, I would say, meta enemy team. If you're not Megalodons, I think this is a very much free-to-play and whale-centric team that most people go for. Let's see how this turns out. We got a double healer set up. Let's see what we can do here. We're, of course, going to take a big burst at the initial hit here. But because he has that initial healing right under his feet that's going to tick no matter what, and we have the chariot coming out, we have a ridiculous amount of healing for any type of initial burst going on. And again, even if people do take huge amounts of damage in this team, we have so many revives. So you see, Almas already went back to the back row, but he should be able to revive if he does go down again. I don't think he will because of his positioning at this point. Let's see what happens here. Oh, the Talene got yeeted. There goes our damage. Well, I guess this is the next thing we can test with this team is, can it outlast something like this? And with Sacrlita on the battlefield, I'm really afraid. I feel like we might not be able to survive through... Well, I mean, we still got Thoran, though. We still got Thoran. He's like literally cleaving the battlefield down. Holy cow. In the meantime, our Almas is also putting that bubble shield and healing per second on our furthest forward hero, which in this case is the Thoran, which makes him near impossible to kill. I just don't know if we're going to have the damage output. It's going to come down to this Thoran ultimate that we get right here. Is it powerful enough? We're going to stun the enemy chariot, which stops the healing. And then let's see what Thoran does. Not quite enough damage. But this is where our Supreme Plus, or Mythic Plus comes in. Our Ludovic is technically doing damage right here too. I just don't think it's going to be enough damage. Losing our Talene to the yeet from the Sacrlita is pretty insane. But this kind of gives you a testament that this could be a very good tanky defensive team. It just kind of sucks that we're only running like one damage dealer here, but they have no chance of killing us even with their damage dealer alive, which is kind of a good thing to see as a defensive squad potentially. Man, if only Thoran... Oh, wait. Oh my god. We took out... Oh, wait. We have 15 seconds. Oh my god, we need one more Thoran. Oh, holy cow. This is actually... stun the chariot. Stun the chariot. Stun the chariot. Come on. Oh, it stunned the chariot. Hold on. 10 seconds. Wait a minute. This is our moment. No, it got so much healing. Oh, it's not enough, is it? It's so close. We almost had it. Oh, we would have had it if we... Oh my god, that was amazing. Oh my god, that is amazing. Oh, this is my PvP team. Forget Sacrlita. Goodbye, Sacrlita. I'm actually not going to use you anymore. And honestly, I really like that map, so I think I'm going to make my defensive team on this map too. I think I'm going to do something like this, and then yeah, the new hero. There we go. I was like, wait, who's the hero we're missing? Duh, the main guy here. I think I like doing this. 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, because it still puts the that here, and then we still have the enlightening spell. I mean, honestly, maybe doing Star Shard spell on this team is the better play. It's just I like having that control immunity at the very beginning of battle. But if we're doing an Outlast team, Star Shard spell is going to be a crazy amount of damage. So let's do one more battle, actually. Don't want to fight allies. Let's do against Free-to-Play has a really solid team right here. This is like a Celestial Hypogen type squad, which is really weird to see. But let's give this a go. Where's my Ulmus? I'm going to throw my Ulmus up front here too. Maybe just put him... no, I'll still put him close. Let's go to Star Shard spell instead. So they're not going to be like grouping us. They do have a Sacrlita, which is a scary thing here. Let's see how this turns out. I have no clue what's going to happen here. They do have a Barial, which is going to be really annoying as well for, you know, just lowering the overall energy that we gain. Also going to potentially summon some shadows of ourselves, which are going to be annoying too. Really comes down to if Talene can do a lot of damage here. We're going to get rid of my Ulmus. How rude. But I think our Talene goes kind of unchecked, and we have a ridiculous amount of healing that Talene... Oh my god, they did it again. Sacrlita. No. Oh, this is why Sacrlita is so good if you have a Talene on the battlefield, because she just completely yeets everybody off the battlefield, and it nullifies all of our resurrections. I hate this team so much. It's such a weird squad, but yeah, I'm gonna say Ludovic is a very good PvP hero overall, and with some tweaks and better gameplay than what I can provide, I think he can be very good. The fact that he does have that bonus where enemies are gonna get stunned for approaching and entering his bloom field is cool, but it does sound like the enemy has to step into the bloom field, not the bloom field move under their feet. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. This was freaking amazing, and I'll see you guys next time.